Hi all, Mr. Pesavento here. Just want to talk to you a little bit about the TechnoCNC interface. I apologize first off that I just had to take a screenshot of the file. TechnoCNC is currently not working on our computers and we have IT working on to fix that. But I was able to get a screenshot and I can explain just about everything. So when you come into the program, you have your NC file made from Mastercam, which we already showed you how to do there. The first thing you need to do is load it. To load, you click File right here. File will bring up the options just like you click Documents in your program. Once you click File, select the file you want. You'll see where it says TechnoCNC Interface. It'll bring up the file that you choose. From there, you want to pre-process it. Clicking pre-processing is just like the verified selected operations on the Mastercam file. Once it's pre-processed, it'll come up green or red. Obviously, if you pre-processed it via the verify operations in Mastercam, it's going to come up green in here. From there, you're technically ready to cut. First thing we need to do though is zero the machine. By zeroing it, we need to do the bottom left corner of the project, which is the origin-based programming, which we talked about in Mastercam. To move, you can click the X with the left or right buttons here. Y will take you back and forth with these two buttons. The Z will take you physically up and down. You do not have to worry about A. You could also use the arrow keys on your keyboard for the X and the Y. The Y is the up, this is the up arrow, this is the down arrow, right arrow, left arrow, and then the Z, you can move the Z up and down via the plus and minus button. Once you get it into place, you like it, you're going to click 0, and on the 0 you're going to see another menu pop up and you click all. Once you click 0 all, that'll zero your Z, your Y, and your X. From there, you're ready to go. If you ever move it and need to go back to your origin, you click go to, and then it'll pop up about right here and it'll say origin. You click go to origin, and no matter where you are on your CNC, it'll lift up, it'll take it right back to the origin. And that is how you zero it. Once it's zeroed, once it's pre-processed, the thing we need to do now is make sure our cut speed and our jog speeds are set up. The cut speed is probably the most important. The jog speed is the second most important. Your jog speed should never be more than 110. Right from about 100 to 110 is where we are. That means how fast when I click these arrows over here, this machine's going to move. Also, my jog step, I want to keep my jog step about 5 thousandths. I never really want to go over that. That means the machine moves in 5 thousandths increments. If I set the jog step too high, the machine's going to get really jerky when it moves. It's going to be hard to zero. It's going to make a bad cut. And it's also really hard on the stepper motors. These stepper motors on the machine are about $1,600 a piece. We don't want to break them from making our jog step too high. So we keep the jog speed and the jog step minimally low so the machine moves at a nice, low, smooth pattern, especially when it's cutting curves. If I have my jog step really high on curves, it's going to make jerky, squared off curves, almost like we were back in the Atari days. The cut speed. My cut speed I never want to keep above 50, and I never want to plunge in at 50. The cut speed is just like the jog speed essentially, except this is going to be when our router is on and cutting. So keep that right around 45 to 50, depending on the hardness of the wood. The harder your wood, the bigger your bit, the slower you're going to want to go. If you have real soft wood like pine, you can step it up just a little bit. And the plunge speed is how quickly our router goes into the project. We don't want to come into the project at 100 miles an hour. We just want to go in very slowly and make sure we have detailed cut. By setting the cut speed and the plunge speed, the jog step properly, you're going to have a really clean edge with minimal tear out on your project. So to kind of repeat the steps here to do it in real life, file, load your program, click pre-process, make sure my jog speed set to below 110 and 5 thousandths. Use the controls to get my Y, X, and Z to the origin. Make sure I zero it, being clicking 0 all. If I ever need to go back, I hit go to origin go. And lastly, all I do is click start. If you ever have any problems with your program, you can pause it at any time. By clicking the pause, you can actually stop, move the bit, change your project around, and it'll give you an option to resume at the last point of cutting. When you click that resume button, it'll take your CNC automatically back to the spot it was cutting. You also have the option to stop it, and when a stop comes up, you can reset your program. By resetting it, that takes everything away from it and automatically goes back to the start. Once you reset, you'll never be able to figure out where you stopped. By pausing and resuming, it will automatically go back to where it last cut. So that's a big thing to pay attention to. This is a pretty simple program to use. As long as you programmed right in Mastercam and your pre-process steps went fine and you properly zeroed it, there's almost nothing that can go wrong with your cut, unless it's a programming error. The TechnoCNC will not make a mistake. It is you that is telling it to make a mistake. Hopefully this was a helpful video for you, and I look forward to cutting some projects with you.